Keshware Kripa Patram Disamati Gunanam Sri Sadari Disanam Desikendra Maham Bhaje Prabhati Niravadyanam Nishadyam Gunasampadam Sharana Bhavitanam Shatakopumani Iswaram Sri Ranganath Sadagopeti Indra Drashtam Lakshmi Narasimha Sadakarani Gabatram Sri Rangavira Raghurat Sadagopetim Vedanta Desigeti Indra Maham Prabhati Srimat Rangasatari Samyavara Laptagamantatvaim Srimat Virahatva Hattisar Padara Vindashrim Srimat Vedavadam Sadesigade Karuni Vikshaspadam Seve Rangadurina Sasanasam Narayanam Yoginam Vedanta Desigeti Indra Kadaksha Labdatrayanta Sarmanavadya Gunabudagre Narayanadi Adituri Kripa Abhishektam Sri Ranganada Edishekaramashriya Srimate Sri Vanchargopa Sri Vedanta Desigeti Indra Mahadeshikaya Namah Srimate Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Divya Padaka Sevaka Sri Vanchargopa Sri Narayana Yati Indra Mahadeshikaya Namah Srimate Sri Vanchargopa Sri Ranganada Yati Indra Mahadeshikaya Namah. Just giving a couple of more minutes. We're going to get started soon. Hope all of you are ready for the Ramanuja quiz. What we are going to do today is we are going to mostly base off the Amrachitra Katha book, but there may be a couple of extensions here and there based on the same book, meaning that if you can read between the lines or you heard some stories related to that, we will also test your ability with that. All right. Thank you all for joining. I'll get started in a minute or so. That is okay. You can come on video if needed. Are you having the second device? This is the time to grab the second device if you need it. All right. I'm going to get it started, get going. Share. Hope all of you are able to see the game pin. I'll wait for all of you to join. We have 10 people so far. Anybody else need to join? Let me know. Nobody else? Get moving. Just a second. Ready? Lavana, are there? Which one is the name of Bhagavad Ramanuja? Need one more person to answer if possible. Right. Okay, fantastic. A lot of you got it right. Anybody knows why the name was given as Udayavar? There's a quiz within a quiz here. Udayavar means one who possesses. Ramanuja was given the responsibility of owning both the Ubaya Vibhutis, meaning he was given literally the key to the kingdom of both the Lila Vibhuti and the Nitya Vibhuti, and hence with Ramanuja's mercy, we can all go to Vaikuntha. That is the reason he's called Udayavar. All right? Ready for the next? Okay, ready. Ramanuja's birth, Gotram, month and star. Okay, a lot of you got it right. I think that's good. I don't need to describe any further. That's where we are. Okay. Next. Wow, everybody got it right. Fantastic. So the next one, right? Get ready.
Adi and Mama, I just joined the meeting.
Oh,
So,
you need the
yeah, Kahoot link.
Kahoot link.
Yeah.
Anybody can share the Kahoot ID?
The link is on the bottom.
The bottom, you see here, the pin. Kahoot ID, go to Kahoot ID and put this pin. I could have given you the ID if you were there a little earlier, but you have to figure it out a little bit. You go to Kahoot.it and put this pin.
I got it, Mama, but it's telling me you'll be able to join soon.
What does that mean?
I think you can only join after the next question.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's check that. Thank you. All right. Try.
Yeah, Mama, it's working.
Okay, awesome. Okay. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about this. So when we say Advaita Guru, there were others earlier than this particular system of Advaita who were also called Advaitins. Shankara established actually, a specific philosophy. The Sishyas of Shankara also continued to expand and improve upon what Shankara came up with as the philosophy of Advaita. We have another system from another Acharya called Bhaskaracharya, not to combine and confuse it with the mathematician Bhaskaracharya of Leelavati fame. It is a different Bhaskaracharya, a philosopher Bhaskaracharya, who had Veda system. And we have this guru of Ramanujar, who also promoted a type of Advaita philosophy. This is not the same thing as what Adi Shankara had. He was little different in his interpretation and his philosophy from Bhagavad Shankaracharya. He was a great scholar. He had, some works, grammatical works written also. So you will see some of those names coming up in the future. All right. And he had to move, Ramanuja had to move from Sri Perambuttur or Bhutapuri to Kanchipuram to study. All right. Next question. Get ready for that. Okay, all of you got it right, or most of you, which is very good. We'll go to the next question. Awesome. Guys are fantastic. Couple of people just scored some other thing, maybe. All right. Wow, almost everybody got it right. That's amazing. So I have a question. What was the proof that the Brahma Rakshasa left the princess? Anybody knows the answer?
Yeah, a tree, a part of a tree broke.
You did not even raise your hand.
That's perfect. That's a good thing. All right. Very good. In fact, the Brahma Rakshasa was a very big scholar, Vedic scholar. He made some mistakes in the conduct of the yajna that he was performing. Hence, he became a Brahma Rakshasa. And how he got this Janma is this oriental lizard was able to take the prasadam of some, devotees who left over these in the holy place of Sri Rama. We'll talk about that later. All right. Next question. Hey, this seems to be a tough question. So, where was Tirukachinampihal born? Anybody?
Kanchipuram.
Unfortunately, no. Even though his name has Tirukachinampihal.
Sriperumbudur.
No, oh, not really. Good try. He was born in
Srirangam.
Puvirundamalli or Pundamalli, it is called nowadays. He was born as a Vaishya. He was able to talk in the way, communicate with Lord while doing Alavata Kaingariam or fan service to Lord Varadaraja Perumal. That is how great he was. So he did not become the Acharya who gave the mantras to Ramanuja, but throughout his Ramanuja's early life, Tirukachinampihal was a very important guiding factor. So he was a friend of, Ramanuja's father as well. So just want to, this Arvartihal, very important subject for Ramanuja, especially it clarified that Vedam is the ultimate truth. Also, Sriman Narayana is the ultimate tattva. Not that Ramanuja had doubt. Not only that, there is no need for Antima Smaranam for Praparnas like us. So these were some of the key things out of the 6. I would encourage you all to learn about the Aru Artehal, as it is called, or 6 words from Ramanuja, and study that. Okay, we will continue. Okay. I didn't realize 13 people joined so far, which is good. All right. So most of you got it right. So I'm going to skip. Okay. I see some of you got it wrong. The answer is Madrantakam. So Ramanuja was starting to go towards Srirangam, and Periyanambihal started moving towards Sri Perumbutur or Bhutapuri, and they met close to Sri Perumbutur, Kanchi, actually, sorry. They met close to Kanchi. From Kanchi, Ramanuja was starting towards Srirangam, and from Srirangam, Periyanambihal was traveling towards Kanchi to get actually Ramanuja, to share the information and talk to Ramanuja. And incidentally, they met there in the Sannidhi behind the Andal Sannidhi right now in Madrantakam. We have a Utsavam, Pancha Samskara Utsavam there, and Ramanuja is also there, shown as a Grihastha right now. And you can see the Pancha Samskaram, which were used for rituals, those assets, the Shankha and the Chakra and other assets which go along with heating and putting on the divine body of Lord Ramanuja, those you can still see there today. So next time you visit this place, the Sannidhi of Erikatarama, you can get to witness that. Ask for it and go to the shrine. All right. Next question. Hey, this so many people should not have gotten wrong. Okay, this is a slightly trick question. I can see why I put Brahma's Purana, not Brahma Sutras. So that is the trick part. Some of you got it wrong. And I can say, this is something a little bit close to. It's okay. I put the word 3 here. So some of you got carried over maybe. But write the commentaries on Brahma Sutras and not Brahma Purana. So you have to be watchful next time you decide. When I say Vyasa and Parasara Muni, who were the authors of the Itikashas and the Purana, especially the Vishnu Purana and the Mahabharata, they were to be remembered. For that, give the name to very, rememberable people. That was actually Kuratharvan's 2 sons. That is how they have been memorialized. People are still referring to Vedavyasa Bhattar and Parashara Bhattar. Parashara Bhatta belongs to the Samasrena Acharya Parampara of Ahobila Mutt also. Thank you. Ready for the next question? Okay, this is a tough one, I have to say, but I'm happy some of you got it right. I don't know whether it's so. Ramanuja made Yadava Prakasha after he became the disciple to write Eti Dharma Samuchya, one work on how a ascetic in the Sri Vaishnava order should lead his life. And in fact, Yadava Prakasha was the author of a great Niganda called as Niganda, a thesaurus called as Vaijayanti Kosha. So that, was Yadava Prakasha's contribution to Sri Vaishnava after he joined. So this is completely out of syllabus. Glad that some of you were able to get it. Thank you. Next. So some of you probably made it up, but so it was invite from the Sri Vaishnavas, as that is where Alavandar was there as the capital of Sri Vaishnavism. So, Ramanuja was invited there. So you can look at the, the incidents surrounding that. So thanks very much. Right, we will move on to the next question. Okay, all of you got it. Sorry, I need to fix a little bit. But in spite of that, you all got. Fantastic. Which Alvar's Sri Sukti one can remember when you read the incident? Anybody?
Amalanadiparan.
Fantastic. Who said that?
Shweta.
Fantastic. Do you know the verse also? Little bit? Okay, that's fine. All right.
He tells how Ranganatha's eyes are.
Yeah. Fantastic. I don't want to expect too much, but just, yeah. Awesome. Thank you. We'll continue. Okay. All right. It was not Yadav Prakasha. Yadav Prakasha was not a Saivite, just so that you all know. Most of the Vedic scholars for a millennia or more were all Vaishnavas only. So anybody who knows so much, they are all mostly Vaishnavites. So it was Govinda or Embar. Briefly, he got into Shaivism because he got the Shivalinga in the hand in Kashi, and he went to Kalahasti, and there he was, gotten back to the Sampradayam, but Tirumalai Nambihal by Tirumalai Nambihal, and then given as Sishya to Ramanuja later. So we'll see that. Wow, I didn't realize that so many people were not aware of that. So maybe this is not well addressed by the Amar Chitra Katha, those who got the answer as Shankha Chakra. That is correct answer. So there was a king called Thondaiman Chakravarti who was offered the Shankha and Chakra by Lord. For that reason, the priest had taken and kept it away, because the Shankha and Chakra of the Lord were given, not physically, but virtually, to this Chakravarti for a specific fight. After that, the practice continued where the Lord of Tirumala did not have the Shankha and Chakra in the hands. So since it was without Shankha and Chakra, and due to certain other symbols that were on his body, there was a debate whether this is Lord Srinivasa or this is who it is. So some claimed it is Shiva, some claimed it is, goddesses, some Buddhists told it is Buddha, all kinds of things, since he does not have a weapon. Now, what happened really is Ramanuja went there, settled the issue. This is one of those temples where he gave the Shankha and Chakra, and hence celebrated for making the Tirumala one of the abodes of Sri Vaishnavism by bringing and resurrecting back the original form of the Lord. he offered them. All the priests closed all the things. They kept all other symbols too, in addition to Shankha and Chakra. But next day morning, behind the closed doors, Lord had accepted the Shankha and Chakra, provided by Ramanuja. And hence, it's really, a great service to the community of devotees. Right? Next question. Hey, most of you got it. That's Andal, who promised for the Arhar of Tirumala and Cholai, and hence Ramanuja thought maybe Andal would not have been able to fulfill, because given maybe she may be not having the means to do it, and hence Ramanuja had done it. Fantastic. Next question. Ready. Hey, you all need to know what are Vedanta Sutras or Brahma Sutras. They are nothing but the sutra or aphorism, small snippet kind of things, which are by Badarayana Rishi or himself called as Vedavyasa. We identify both as same. He basically wrote that as the conclusion of the study of all the Upanishads. So it summarizes and crystallizes, but it is very snippety, and one needs to agree what this particular snippet refers to. Where is it? Which Upanishad it is belonging to? Mostly Shankara and Ramanuja agree on the Upanishad, or the context of it. It has sometimes some references to Bhagavad Gita, or in one particular case to the Smritis of Manu or Kapila Smritis and things like that, adjacent to the sacred Upanishads. So that is what you need to know. These are collection of small sutras that summarize the teachings of the Upanishads. So you don't want to just write small commentary again. You want to elaborate. Hey, this is the context of this sutra. This is what it means. This is the conclusion that we need to arrive, so on and so forth. That is what is the contribution of Ramanuja. We'll see more. So I see some of you have chosen commentary of Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita written by Vedavyasa. So it kind of a little bit tricky. I made it. If you didn't know the word aphorisms, maybe you have missed it. Sorry about that. I could have been a little more differentiating in the answer. All right, ready for the next? Okay, so most of you got it right, so which is fantastic. Hayagriva that currently is in the Parakala Mutt, came through Ramanuja into hands of, our great Swami Desika, and then it is part of the Aradhana deities in Parakala Mutt. So that is what we have. All right. Ready for the next question? This is a very tough one, but okay, I can imagine the answer is all over. It is Kurma Kshetram. Only one got right. I don't know who is the lucky person. We will find out. But I will tell you, it is called Sri Kurmam in a place, in Andhra Pradesh. So when Ramanuja went on a visit to Jagannath Kshetra or Puri, so he was transported to Sri Kurmam overnight by divine will, and there he recognized what is being treated as a linga was and is basically a Kurma Rupa Vigraha, which need to be understood properly. Ramanuja saw that through in his dreams, and he essentially told the devotees, hey, this is a Kurma Rupa. So how he found once a year on Akshaya Tritiya, which just went past, they actually remove the sandanam, which make it looks like a lingam. Inside that, you will see the Kurma Rupa of the Perumal. So this is a place again where one of the avatars of the Lord is celebrated. So good, some of you got it. Thanks. Right? Next. Hey, that's amazing. Most of you got it right. It is in Tondanur, where he took the form of Adisesha simultaneously in a mantapam. He asked multiple people to come and debate, but there was a curtain placed around the mantapam so people cannot see the 1,000-faced Adisesha debate simultaneously with multiple Jain debaters and defeat them. So that is especially those who were the acharyas of Bitti Deva were furious that what happened Bitti Deva to Bitti Deva, and hence they were trying very hard to defeat. All right. Very good. Okay, most of you got it right. So he went for the vritti or the gloss or the commentary. Sometimes they call as commentary, but it's a gloss on the Brahma Sutras by Bodhayana, which was still traceable and available in Kashmir Library. That is where in Sharada Peeth. So that is where he went. Right, next question. Okay, so I gave the hint in the last answer. Deva was following Jainism of some sort. So I just wanted to give you a little bit history there. What basically happened is the conversion of the king to Sri Vaishnavism was very important. Because of that, we have, Melkote, Belur, and all the kshetras in Karnataka today. It was a very big event that would help us in the future. In fact, Adivansha Swami was born in Melkote. So you can imagine Ramanuja's own sons. He had two sons, twin sons. After he became a sannyasi, they were born. But nevertheless, they were in Melkote too. Sri Manavala Mamunihal went to meet them, apparently. His heirs there. So just want to let you know the history on that. And with regarding to the king itself, it is a bit, very, very symbolic and important. He was avoided by the Jain priests because of some small issue where he had missing limb in the body, and because of other also they could not fix the issues with the princess when the princess had, and so on and so forth, why the king became a devotee of Ramanuja. So a lot of great things that Ramanuja today also can offer. He is the master of the Vibhuti, blessed by the God. So you can imagine one can pray to Ramanuja himself if you have anybody coming to you and asking who they should to get some recourse in ailments and other things. Just want to let you know. Great. All right, next question. Without further ado. Oh man, second time you guys are not listening carefully to me. I already gave the hint to this in the previous comment, Tirunarayana Perumal. All right, so it's definitely Chellapillai comes later. We will talk about that separately, and definitely it is not Venkateshwara Swami. It is only in Tirumala. All right, no problem. Okay, a lot of you got it right. And, okay, it might seem forest residents and hunters were okay, kind of, but this is how our history says they were outcasts who were basically brought back into the society, given the due respect by Ramanuja, allowing them to come on a specific day in the whole year, they can visit that particular day to the temple. Before that, they were not allowed access to the temple. So that was one of the great reforms of Ramanuja, to ensure all divine or devotion people can get to the temple. All right, so let's keep going. Hey, I don't understand why so many of you got, okay, maybe, yeah, you saw probably the Sultani or the princess who had the Chellapillai or Ramapriya. This is the Ramapriya idol, which is the other part, which was not discovered there. Probably the idols, because of Muslim invasion, were hidden, and that is where Ramanuja built the temple for Tirunarayana in Melkote. But, he had again a dream where it was, and he told the Delhi Sultan that this is to be found in the palace of the princess. He was astounded. How could somebody tell so precisely? And he offered Ramanuja to invite him if he so wishes. And Ramanuja requested Perumal to come to him, and he jumped into his hand and he carried it all the way back, so on and so forth. We can, you all know the story. So that is what it is, right? Next question. Okay, all of you almost got it right. So I'm not going to discuss. That is 120 years. So the Hindu system of calendars is based on 60-year cycle of Brihaspati especially. And this is actually, 2 cycles of the Hindu calendar. That is what was the fulfillment of Ramanuja's avataram. And till then, he was there on this earth. All right, awesome, fantastic. 2 more questions. No, this is a tough one, but we should know that it is Kuratarvan who wrote the amazing Unitya Achyutapatham, which we repeat and chant every single day as a salute to Bhagavad Ramanuja. So this is indeed the case. Others probably have some other ways of, dedicating their verses to Ramanuja, but not this one. Awesome. All right, ready for the last question today. This is a very tricky question. Okay, a lot of you got it right. It is indeed Adivansarakopa Swami. So really, let me show this a little bit to explain this. So you see Bhagavad Ramanuja, Imbar, Parasar Bhattar, Nanchiyar, Nampillai, Vadakku Tiruvidi Srirangacharya, Keshavacharya, Kamalavasar Keshavacharya, then Adivansarakopa Swami. Here Adivansarakopa Swami's guru is Kadikasatha Mammal also, even though he got the Samashrena from Keshavacharya, his own father. In those times, it was quite common to see that happen. He was actually receiving the education from Kadikasatha Mammal when he went to Ahobila. So he in turn was the Sishya of Brahmatantra Swami, and then Nainacharya and Swami Desika, Apulla, Nadadur, Ammal. Then you go in a couple of different ways. You can go through either way, does not matter. All these merged in Swami Desika and Apullar, and further came through this. So through this is how we see the central role of Adivansarakopa Swami in the Acharya Parampara across every Sampradayam in Sri Vaishnavism, including him giving the ascetic robes to Manavala Mamunigal. That is the great Kainkaryam Adivansarakopa Swami has done. And, from him goes to the sixth pontiff of Ahobila Mutt, Sashta Parangusamani, who was the uncle of Panchamada Tatacharya, from whom actually the Munitri Sampradayam, after almost 300 years, the Munitri Sampradayam emerges from that lane. All right. So that is what we need to be aware of. Very important role of Adivansarakopa Swami in the overall Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. With that, we conclude. So now in the website, you should know where to see all these details. Mutt, you can see Acharya lineage. Really? Okay. You see here the Samashrena Parampara and the Kalakshepa Parampara here. So this will show exactly the flow that here it is. And this is where we were talking about the 19 here and 20 here is the Adivansarakopa Swami. After Bhagavad Ramanuja, back again, the river merges, just like Kaveri coming, splitting into two, coming back, beautiful way it is merging with Adivansarakopa Swami. That brings to end the wonderful quiz today. Thanks all for participating today. Please, doesn't matter. All of you are winners of the quiz, even though special mention has to be given to some of you. Very good job. Only the podium and other things can be given for 5, but all of you did an amazing job getting most of it right. So that is what I wanted to tell. So thank you all for coming today and taking the hour, spending in the memory of Bhagavad Ramanuja on the occasion of Ramanuja Jayanti. Our minds are purified by just thinking about Bhagavad Ramanuja. And that is the way of Adivansarakopa Swami and Ahobila Mutt. So thank you all for coming today and participating. Actually, I would say we should tell, if possible, if it is even possible only. I'm not saying if all of you know the Tanyan of Ramanuja, then we can all chant it together. Anybody knows that? Or all of you know that? Yo nitya achyuta padambuja yukta
अस्मत् भगवतो सिद्धेः सन्तोः रामानुजशरणं प्रवत् माता
That is all. That is all. Is the auspicious Taniyan of Ramanuja. Not anything more right now. So thank you all. So all the best wishes for all your future endeavors. Come again and join us. More quizzes hopefully will come in the future. Talk to you all. Thank you.
Ariyandasan.
Namaste.